Straight ahead on this edition of City Span, we're in a city slowly moving out of the grips of COVID-19. What we've done, where we stand, and what's next. Various projects in the city continue to move Savannah forward, including the multi-million-dollar upgrade to Savannah's top shopping corridor, Broughton Street receiving a major makeover, and neighborhood revitalization at its best. Mohawk Lake Park is an exercise destination for those on the south side, for man and dog. In the 3rd District, major upgrades to a FEMA lot, now called Holly Heights Park. May was a somber month for many.
Savannah Fire to Rescue 1, Captain Matt Kelly, this is your last call.
We'll take you to the last call for fallen firefighter, Captain Matthew Kelly. He's remembered as a family man, both at home and at the station. A unique tribute this Police Memorial Day. COVID-19 kept out the normally huge gathering, but the all-time fallen public servants certainly were not forgotten. We are set for another City Span, and it's right now on SGTV. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into City Span, your source for news, information, and much more in and about the city of Savannah. I'm Ken Slatz. I'll take you through the next half hour. Savannah is cautiously climbing out of the tight grip of COVID-19, slowly reopening, if you will, but not without adjustments, like many rules our mayor and council have put forth to provide for safety for our citizens and visitors.
This week, the city has started working toward a new normal while keeping the health and the safety of employees and citizens as our highest priority.
At the month's outset, regular sanitation schedules resumed, both for trash pickup and recyclables. Onto the scene in downtown Savannah and beyond. Bars are among the opening small businesses.
If you go, please remember, we're still under a pandemic. If you go, please remember to socially distance from others and wash your hands regularly.
Mid-month, Chatham Judicial Courts reopen.
We are expecting and predicting huge backlogs in eviction cases. So legal representation makes a huge difference. In eviction cases, it instantly changes lives. But Georgia Legal Services can provide free training and guidance to attorneys that are willing to help. And I'm asking for our area attorneys, we need your help, to donate your time to those who need your help. The more attorneys we can get on board, obviously the work is spread around. We need our area attorneys to use your affluence and your influence to be able to make the difference in the lives of people who might be thrown out of their houses, further creating another pandemic during these hot summer months.
And Mayor Johnson also wants all citizens and visitors to remember, we still have a long way to go.
We cannot take our foot off the gas. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. And again, we are just a couple of infections away from being right back where we don't want to be.
Mayor Johnson also warns hurricane season is upon us, so be prepared even earlier than usual. With a pandemic and possible restrictions on where you may be able to go, it's important to have a full plan set forth. On to some other news in our city. If you've been downtown on or near Broughton Street, you've noticed major work being done. It's the start of the Broughton Streetscape project, the $11 million Phase 1 upgrade starting on the west end.
Broughton Street has been closed down at the Montgomery intersection, and so it's closed down between MLK and Jefferson.
It's the start of Phase 1 of the initiative launched in 2014 to create an environment that contributes to its livability and the economic vitality of the community.
The sidewalk will be brand new. There'll be The intersections will be bulbed out. We'll have new crosswalks. You'll have new lighting through here, and you'll actually have upgraded landscaping in this area.
Given the economic vitality of it, again, the heavily traveled corridors, a boost for our small business communities that are on those corridors, I think it's a good investment, and I'm glad that we're finally getting it done in a substantive way.
But it's not just a visibility project. It's about strengthening an aging infrastructure.
The big item that you're not going to see is some of the underground work that'll be taking place. Basically adjust the intersections. We have to adjust all the storm lines that go with that, and we'll be retying in new storm lines at the intersections. All the water meters along Broughton Street that are in different locations are going to be in a bank, so they'll all be relocated and moved.
While this multi-million-dollar project takes place, there won't be any interruption to local businesses conducting local business.
There will be pedestrian access to all of the businesses and all the residents that are out here. And we actually have a message board installed on Jefferson Street that says the businesses are open. So pedestrians will be able to come down to each area and have access to the individual businesses while work is going on.
We have to continue to maintain our brand, and our corridors are our brand. And so we want to make sure that we keep it up. Again, I think there are countless other projects that we can embark on, and they are also in the planning process. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's about $11 million. But I think given the economic vitality of it, again, the heavily traveled corridors, a boost for our small business communities that are on those corridors, I think it's a good investment, and I'm glad that we're finally getting it done in a substantive way.
The plan is to continue eastward, so the Broughton Street, Jefferson Street intersection will be the next to be shut down, and they'll continue until Phase 1 is complete at Drayton Street. Time for a break. Still to come, are you hungry for history? A little pandemic lesson coming your way. Plus, we'll make sure to help you keep your finances straight. Bank on This segment is back. But straight ahead, a tribute to firefighter Captain Matthew Kelly. He passed away last month after a battle with cancer, but he certainly won't be forgotten. His story straight ahead after the break.
This the city that I love, let's try to keep it up. It's where we party every day, so through the week is up. And everybody having fun, nobody deep as us. We got our own style, but we just gotta clean it up. I love my home, down by the water. I told her that I'm a southern girl from down by the border, and ain't nothing changed about me. That's how Savannah raised me, history in the making. Everybody love me, it's amazing. This where we live, how about we take some pride in it, thrive in it. I'ma pull up and take a ride in it. And it's so easy to go put it in a basket. This is my home, don't trash it.
When debris clogs our storm drains, your area can flood. You can help stop it. It may seem obvious, but please don't put debris down the storm drains. This includes lawn clippings, leaves, litter, and you. Yeah, you, with the construction debris. What do you think will happen when that hardens? You've sealed your storm drain shut. Be smart and keep your property from flooding. Only rain down the drain. Your storm drain is not a trash can. Thanks.
Savannah Fire to all personnel stand by. Savannah Fire to Rescue 1, Captain Matt Kelly. This is your last call. There is no response from Captain Matt Kelly. On behalf of the City of Savannah and Savannah Fire Department, it is with deep sadness and sorrow to report that after nearly 25 years of bravery and service, Captain Matt Kelly has completed his last and final call on Earth. Captain Matt Kelly, you have completed your watch. Rest in peace, my brother, and know that you will forever be in our hearts.
Welcome back to City Span. That was the last call, or ceremonial send-off, for Savannah Fire Captain Matthew Kelly. Kelly died last month after a short battle with cancer. He left not only a loving family, but a department of firefighters who truly looked up to him.
And to the Savannah Fire Department, Captain Kelly's legacy will live through each one of you. The lessons he taught and his passion for the profession will leave a light for all of us to follow.
Captain Kelly was an Air Force veteran, a firefighter, an EMT, a paramedic. This Boston native spent his last 2 decades serving here in Savannah.
Service and sacrifice was in his DNA as he followed in the footsteps of his late father, Lieutenant James Kelly.
The word firefighter tells a story of a person who is selfless, who is confident, who is fearless, and willing to put their life on the line for someone they've never met. Being a firefighter expresses to family and friends that their lives are more important than their own. It tells them unconditionally how much they love them. Captain Matthew Kelly is the definition of a firefighter.
Assigned to Rescue 1, Captain Kelly served in technical rescue, water rescue, search and rescue. Chief Menard classified him as the ultimate utility firefighter.
Captain Kelly paid the ultimate sacrifice to serve others. For that, we are eternally grateful.
Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and aldermen of the city of Savannah celebrate the life of Matthew James Kelly and offer our appreciation for his life and contributions to the Savannah community.
Captain Kelly was wicked strong, and his love for all of you was evident. And finally, to Captain Kelly, we cannot express enough our thankfulness for the sacrifice you made. You truly are a hero. You will be missed, and you will always be in our hearts, and you will be in the heart of the ones that you saved. God bless Captain Matthew James Kelly, and God bless you all.
Rest in peace to Savannah Fire Rescue Captain Matthew Kelly, just 48 years old. Now, in just a few minutes, we'll turn to the Savannah Police Department and memorialize officers who have died in the line of duty. That's in just a couple of minutes on City Span. Turning to neighborhood revitalization, more SPLOST dollars going to work. This story in the 6th District, most knew it for years as just Mohawk Lake, but now citizens in that area can call it Mohawk Lake Park.
And it's 17 acres with a nice lake out here. And now we've got a walking trail going in, a dog park itself, playground, some pavilions, and extra parking. So there's a lot that's going on in this park.
This is all the dog park.
Byron Stiles is the project manager for the city, overseeing the budgeted $1.3 million upgrade to Mohawk. It's been a challenge with the pandemic, but only because vendors have had some backup in delivery of certain areas.
We're pretty much close to a punch-out phase right now, Ken. Basically, we're going to get a couple of agility centers for the pets installed over here. The path is completely done. We see the lighting is up. The parking lot is complete. So all we're really waiting on now is getting the shelter next to the playground and also the playground installed.
Now we have this nice walking trail that goes about 3/4 of the way around the lake. So it's very important right now, especially as we practice social distancing.
It rounds up to about 5/8 of a mile. So if you go down to the loop and run back, you'll probably get close to 1.25 miles in on your jog. We are still going to have a couple picnic areas installed along the trail so people can gather some, not too larger groups, but just so that they have a place to eat, snack, catch their breath, drink some water, whatnot.
And what's more refreshing is more than 80% of the project is funded through the Special Purpose Local Options Sales Tax, or SPLOST, which is heavily assisted by visitors to our city.
Specifically this area out here, we can host some city events, we can have educational opportunities for folks, and those SPLOST dollars go into fixing up places like this to be able to utilize for those different development opportunities.
As it stands right now, we are underneath the budget. The project came out right about $1.2 million, and we are well beneath that, so that is always an excellent thing for the city and for the citizens.
Moving north to the 3rd District, where Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan joined us to tour Holly Heights Park, a FEMA lot that's been turned into a destination location for many on the east side.
We're doing fantastic things with city dollars, with stakeholders, community engagement, and we're trying to give back to the city what we say we're going to do, enjoy our tax dollars.
Tax dollars from the Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, or SPLOST, making up most of the $380,000 needed for Holly Heights Park.
And so we've got this beautiful park. It's a cul-de-sac with some handicap parking areas. We've got the closed-in basketball court and this awesome park for kids that's going to change the quality of life in this neighborhood.
A neighborhood just east of the Truman Parkway in need of a park like this, centered around a basketball court and playground, built on a FEMA lot.
For the quality of life, we all understood in Savannah, it's a dense area, and God is not making any more land. And so we got to utilize and be creative of the land that we have that we can use. And it's just fortunate in real time and not 15 years out or 5 years out, we get to enjoy this amazing park. Kids get to exercise. It's a blended community of single parents and the elderly household, and so what better way to increase the value of your home and the quality of life is to have a park in your backyard.
Holly Heights Park is just about wrapped up. Again, it's off Honduras Avenue and 56th Street, right next to the Truman Parkway. We have more to come on CitySpan. A disease of pandemic proportions. No, we're not talking about the coronavirus. It's our Hungry for History segment, reflecting on the Spanish flu and other influenzas in Savannah. As we head to break, let's take a moment to reflect on our area's fallen police officers. Each May 15th in front of Savannah Police Headquarters, Police Memorial Day is held. It's always a very well-attended event. This year, a little bit different with the current pandemic. But all of the fallen police officers, from Samuel Bryson and Robert Reed in 1868 to Kelvin Ansari in 2019, and all in between, they certainly aren't forgotten.
We honor 57 fallen heroes from our community in a different format.
We know that law enforcement is not easy, and sometimes good people are lost as they seek to serve their community. So we give you thanks for all of those who've lost their lives in the line of duty, and we pray that they would forever be honored and remembered.
We remember these heroes for their commitment and sacrifice. We once again say thank you. Thank you for your service, dedication, and commitment to our community. You will always be missed, but never forgotten.
Please continue to bless all of our law enforcement agencies and all who protect and serve. May we all continue to honor, serve you, and lift you up.
When you dial 911 for a structure fire here in Savannah, you will get at least 25 firefighters on your scene.
It's a lot more than just putting out the fire and then going back to our station. We will stay there to make sure that the citizens are taken care of.
Because we keep such a high level of training, the ability to adjust from one situation to another is extremely simple for us.
Savannah Fire is an internationally accredited agency and is an ISO Class 1 department. Only 2% of all fire departments have achieved this prestigious level. Think you have what it takes to be one of the elite? For more information, savannahfire.org.
Most of us have done it.
Dropped a bag,
a cup,
a butt. Sometimes by accident, sometimes you think it's no big deal.
but it adds up fast.
It gets pretty nasty.
Sure, someone else might pick it up.
Or you could be in for a surprise. A ticket.
A fine.
Or community service.
Seriously? That is embarrassing.
Consider this a heads up.
Find a trash can.
After all, we live in one of America's most beautiful cities.
A city I'm proud to call home.
This is my home.
My home.
My home.
Savannah is our home.
Don't trash it.
And welcome back to the stretch run of CitySpan. With so much anxiety during these uncertain times, one thing we could all use help with is our finances. Richard Reeve of Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Savannah has some timely tips on how to manage and reduce credit card debt. Here's this month's Bank on This.
Today we're talking about a four-letter word, debt, specifically credit card debt. As Americans, we have $46 billion in credit card balances. Here are some tips and options for repaying that debt. The first step is to stop using the cards. You can cut them up, put them on a block of ice, or just take them out of your wallet. Make sure to stop all auto drafts on your credit cards. The next step is to pay extra on your cards. Depending on your balance, paying only the minimum amount due could take years to pay off. But paying an extra $25 or $50 each month will reduce that time and save money because you'll end up paying less in interest. You can also try to PowerPay, Snowball, or Waterfall. Write all your credit card balances down, the minimum payments, and the interest rates. The first step is to pay the minimum on all the cards except one. This is the lowest balance or highest interest card. Choose how much extra you can put towards this debt. Once you pay this debt off, you take the whole amount and roll it over on the next card, and so on until you are debt-free. You can also use the free website www.powerpay.org to help you calculate the payoff time. If you're having trouble paying off credit card debt, please reach out to CCCS. We can look at your financial situation and suggest options such as an internal hardship plan, debt management plan, or bankruptcy. By following these easy steps, you can become credit card debt free. Until next time, I'm Richard Reeve, and you can bank on this.
And thank you, Richard. Are you now hungry for history? Well, we are set to settle the pains. While our format for our programs have changed just a bit here at the city, our history storytelling continues. Kelly Zakovic with our Archives Department takes a look at several 20th century influenza pandemics to hit our city, including the Spanish flu of 1918.
Spanish flu was the deadliest pandemic in modern history,
killing 50 million people worldwide in the early 1900s.
On October 7th, the U.S. Surgeon General encouraged state health departments to enact social distancing guidelines for their states in order to help limit the spread of the flu. In Georgia, the state health officer, T.F. Abercrombie, decided instead to allow each municipality to decide for themselves what measures they needed to take to protect themselves.
In Atlanta, the Board of Health closed all schools, theaters, churches, and all indoor public gathering places.
Here in Savannah, many of the same social distancing measures seem to have been implemented. The disease, like so many other places, peaked in October of 1918, but recurred later in the winter, forcing at least 3 total shutdowns of public gatherings.
After the first shutdown ended, the Savannah Tribune wrote,
"There can be no finer example of the splendid and successful results of a city's willing and vigorous cooperation than is exhibited in the way all hands joined in with the health department and stamped out the flu."
You can check out more of this Hungry for History program, along with many others, at savannahga.gov/educational resources. And thank you very much, Kelly. We do appreciate it. Of course, all our Hungry for History segments can be seen on our City of Savannah YouTube page, also on SGTV. That's going to do it for this edition of City Span. For all of your latest news and information about the City of Savannah, keep it tuned to SGTV. You can also visit our website, savannahga.gov. We're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and yes, even TikTok. Just search City of Savannah. I'm Ken Slacks. Thanks for watching, and thanks for making Savannah your home.